Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Gordon Frayne. We are back with another video. Today we're talking about how high can total crypto market cap go for this cycle. As always, if you enjoy the content, please make sure to smash that thumbs up button below, hit subscribe, hit that bell notification icon, and don't forget to grab your completely free copy of The Rise of Bitcoin, linked below this video in the description. Grab it now and let's talk about total crypto market cap. So if we take a look at total crypto market cap and what's been happening here over the course of the past couple of months, what we've seen is essentially a break back above the 200-day simple moving average here by the time we got to the middle of May, and then we continued moving higher. We got all the way back up to 3.5 trillion US dollars, and over the past couple of weeks, we've actually had a retest of the 200-day. We came all the way back down to 3.1 trillion with Bitcoin pulling back a little bit, and then we bounced all the way back up to 3.37 trillion, where we're sitting at today. So putting that in context, when we had a big run up in the market here back in December and again in January of this year, we had prices peaking up at around 3.73 trillion. We haven't quite gotten back that high with this latest rally, but things are looking pretty promising given the fact that we have had a retest and hold of the 200-day, and we're continuing to move to the upside. So things are getting ready potentially to make a larger move to the upside. But what I want to focus on today is a little bit of the bigger picture and what could happen with total crypto market cap by the peak of this particular cycle. If we zoom out on the chart here, let's actually bring it all the way out to a weekly. I was looking at some analysis here and thinking about where can total crypto market cap potentially get to based on historical price action. And if we go all the way back to the 2017-2018 bull run, what you actually had at the end of 2017 here was total crypto market cap getting up to round about that $750 billion total crypto market cap. And the increase that we saw from cycle peak 2017 to cycle peak 2021, that was a 305% increase in total crypto market cap. So that increase, again, is pretty phenomenal, going from 750 billion all the way up to just under that $3 trillion level. You can see that if we go across on the chart here, we actually managed to break above that $3 trillion level for the first time in Q4 of 2024, with all of the run up here in the immediate aftermath of the US election results. And then we've had a pullback since then. We're standing pretty strong above that $3.3 trillion market cap at the moment. But what I was thinking about is where can that get to by the peak of this cycle? And what I was looking at here on the chart is mapping those percentages if we look at what that type of growth could look like from cycle peak 2021 towards a cycle peak 2025. And again, we don't know if the cycle is indeed going to peak by Q4 of 2025. There's argument to be made that we could go into 2026 and we may not have a peak of the cycle until then. A lot of that is going to be dependent on rate cuts, US Treasury buybacks, etc., that happens over the coming months. But even if we just take an approach where we have quote unquote diminishing returns for this particular cycle, and we only get a 200% increase in total crypto market cap from cycle peak to cycle peak, that actually puts you just under the $9 trillion level for a total crypto market cap peak by the peak of this cycle. So that's quite bullish in my opinion. And for that reason, and again, many of you might have seen some of the price predictions on the channel. If you haven't, definitely go back and check those out. But essentially, what I'm thinking is that 9 trillion is my bull case scenario. And that is only with a 200% increase in total crypto market cap from cycle peak to cycle peak. My base case is actually around $7 trillion, which if we bring the percentage down all the way to 7 trillion, that's only a 134% increase cycle peak to cycle peak, and a bear case being somewhere around that $5 trillion level, which would only be around a 68% increase in total crypto market cap from cycle peak to cycle peak. So whether we're going to follow diminishing returns this cycle or whether we're going to see exponential growth remains to be seen. But if you take a long enough time horizon and think about the fact that we could and should be going to 50, 100 trillion over the coming years for this entire space, I think it's reasonable to suspect that even with diminishing returns and a 200% increase in total crypto market cap from cycle peak to cycle peak, getting us to somewhere around that $9 trillion level is reasonable to think about, in my humble opinion. Again, run the numbers yourself, guys. I want to know, I'm curious, where do you think total crypto market cap has the potential to peak by the end of this particular cycle? But that is some of the logic that I'm using to think through where total crypto market cap could get to. Again, you have a lot of other analysts claiming and thinking we could actually be going much, much higher. So if we do, let's just say if we do the same, if we do another 300% increase from cycle peak to cycle peak, 2021 through 2025, bringing this all the way up to 300%, which would be the same growth rate that we saw 2017 through 2021, mapping that from 2021 through 2025, a 300% increase gets you to just under $12 trillion in total crypto market cap. Again, is that possible? Sure, it's possible. It's extremely bullish, and we would need to see a lot of the catalysts aligning and happening over the course of the coming months if that's going to actually play out in 2025. But there is argument to be made that we might see this cycle extend into 2026 with a right translated cycle. Again, drop me a comment below. I want to know your opinion on when you think we might have the peak of the cycle. But doing the same growth rate, 300% cycle over cycle, gets us pretty much to $12 trillion. And then you have some analysts thinking we might even be getting all the way to 15 trillion by the peak of this cycle, which pretty much aligns with a 400% increase in total crypto market cap from cycle peak 2021 to cycle peak 2025/2026. Again, wait and see what happens, but I wanted to break down those numbers to just paint the picture of how I think about the growth rate and the growth potential for total crypto market cap over the course of the remainder of this particular cycle. But drop me a comment below. I want to hear what you think. I think 9 trillion is very possible. Again, you might think that's overly bullish. My base case is somewhere closer to 7 trillion. And I use these numbers specifically to help inform all of the price targets and price predictions and ladderite points that I'm making for all of the different crypto assets that I'm making videos on. So I'm hoping this is making sense, guys. Drop me a comment below. Where do you think it's going? Where do we have the potential to peak? And what kind of assumptions are you making? And what data points are you looking at for where total crypto market cap could get to? Today's video is also sponsored by Bitfinex, a leading global crypto derivatives exchange. Again, if you value your privacy, Bitfinex is a non-KYC centralized crypto exchange. You're going to need and want a non-KYC centralized exchange. Bitfinex is going to be your best option. There is a referral link and bonuses for you in the description with the link that I've left in there. Make sure to grab that, check it out now, and head on over to Bitfinex. That is it for today's video, guys. Again, if you got any value at all out of this total crypto market cap prediction, please just take 3 seconds, drop a very quick like on the video below before you jump out the door. Make sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification icon. And again, you've got a completely free copy of The Rise of Bitcoin linked below the video in the description. Grab it now, and we'll catch you in the next one.